Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-man week. Come at you with topics. No, you cannot stop it. Doing things you can't believe.
Yo, what's good, people? What's good? It's your favorite three guys from the podcast, the 3-Man Weave. We are back with a brand new episode 4. I got my favorite guys with me. It's your boy Cannon and my two guys.
You already know it's your boy D Hill. Hill going Hill regardless, baby. Let's get it.
I ain't gonna mess around this week. AJ, El Presidente, baby.
You already know El Presidente.
Top brass, let's get it.
Episode 4, man.
Episode 4, you know.
I like that, man. We keeping it moving. We progressing every week. I like that.
Yeah, we
every day.
We trying to get better. We listening to the fans. Thank you for the feedback. We trying to get better.
All feedback is good feedback. That make sure y'all listening. I like that.
Thank you for everybody who's been watching, who's been giving us feedback, who's been supporting us, who's been reposting us, commenting on our posts, entering discussions with us. We welcome it all, man. Just keep it coming, keep showing us love. We appreciate it. If it's something you don't like, we appreciate that too. Just tell us so we can, do what we can, because we just want to, make sure that we give out a good product for everyone that's out here supporting us.
We the voice of y'all. Be quite honest. Changing that narrative. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know y'all tired of mainstream media always manipulating you. We here for y'all, man. So we work together. We can all progress.
Yes.
Together?
Well said, Hill. Well said. So, with that being said, tell the people where they can follow us at.
You already know on Instagram. On Instagram, 3-Man Weave _ Facebook, 3-Man Weave. YouTube, 3-Man Weave. Email podcast.3.man.weave.
And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button. We appreciate it.
We need it all.
So,
Yes.
with that being said, fellas, how are we going to change the narrative for episode 4? Who wants to start it off?
All right, man. I'm usually on the side of the players on a lot of things that, we discuss even, outside of the pod. But for this one, man, I'm with the NBA. JR, man, you gotta cover that dumbass tattoo, bro. I'm sorry, why would you get a big Supreme tattoo going down your calf? You gonna have to cover that up. I understand, what they saying, other players have, Jordan logos, the Nike logos, but it ain't a Jordan logo going down your entire calf. And then Jordan,
It's America.
Nike, they all have deals with the league. And yeah, it's America, but you know what? If you go to the Yankees, you cutting your beard off, right?
Yeah, look at cut you.
Never.
So you're not playing for the Yankees then, Ken?
Hey, it is what it is.
But that's what I'm saying. Hey, sometimes when you go to work, remember the NBA had that dress code? Because Allen Iverson kept coming in with the baggy clothes and the chains and everything like that. Hey, it's the business that that's who you work for. If you don't like it, sometimes you're going to have to just, either stand up for what you believe in and, lose your job, or you're going to have to, acquiesce to the situation.
Is it really that serious, though?
That's what I'm saying.
Is it really that serious? They really got that much of a problem with Supreme that they gonna fine them every game?
What does Supreme ever do?
I'm confused. They can't. What is the real issue with Supreme? I'm confused.
Because I don't think that they've been able to strike a deal with Supreme.
Because Supreme is not a basketball company.
They making apparel.
Yeah, streetwear apparel. That's what they specialize in.
But that's what I'm saying. If they make streetwear apparel, so what? I mean, it could happen. Ron Artest had Dada's with spinners.
But listen, this is what's really happening.
They should have fined him for that alone.
It was terrible.
Them right there should have been fined for that.
When Jordan first wore his original shoe, the black and red colorway of the Jordan 1, the NBA banned it. And all that did was make that shoe one of the Air Jordan 1, that's one of the top shoes of all time. So now, fast forward, they're going to ban Supreme. Supreme is already a brand that has big steam on the street scene, on the sneaker scene. You're just going to make it that much more profitable for the resellers of this product, because now it's like, it's banned in the NBA. I really want Supreme now. And JR not going to stop he not gonna cover it up. I doubt he gonna cover it up.
He gonna
pay the fine because you know why he don't need to cover it up, and he could just pay the fine because JR has been stealing money for his last 2 contracts, man. So he got the bread, bro. Pay the bread, rock the tattoo, do it for the culture, man. I'm with you.
Better chill, man. He won broken Henny bottle from being out of the league, man. I'm telling you, like, because LeBron wanted him. Like,
JR been getting some paper, bro. He's had some nice contracts, man.
Supreme should pay the fine then. If that's the case,
yeah, Supreme, pay it. They got plenty bread.
But if not, though, he should cover that
Sign
up.
them.
Cover it up. Like, I don't, this is stupid.
But listen, if you got a tat, you're not cover. You don't want to cover up your tat.
First of all, I would never got the Supreme tat.
I know you.
Let's just get that clear. I would have never got the Supreme tat.
But
first and foremost,
if they wanted you to cover your D Hill tat,
you know what I'm saying? Then nah, we know what I'm saying. We rebelling. But ain't no other D Hill sponsors but me. I ain't paying that 82 game fine. I'm good. I'm good on that.
Absolutely not.
I'm good on that.
Yeah, that's a steep fine, JR. So what you gonna do, man?
Yeah, you
honestly,
put up
they
a
need
shut
to
up.
make Jordan Clarkson cover them dumbass tattoos he got too, because boy, them are terrible. He got first timer tattoos and he got NBA money. I'm so disappointed in him. I don't like, if y'all haven't seen Jordan Clarkson's tattoos yet, please just search the internet and see what he did.
I haven't completely given away Jordan Clarkson yet. He used to be a former Laker. He was my man's. So I can't really bash him just quite yet. Cause I'm he young. I still got like a little love for him. But they are some stupid tattoos, bro.
He got them tattoos from a dude that just got out of gym pop and melted down some chest pieces.
Yeah, you need to grow up with them tats, bro. Come on now. That's childish.
I'm sick of him. Like, bro, you got too much money to have that.
Yeah, but please let us know. What do y'all think? Do you think the NBA has the right to tell somebody they gotta cover up something that they done to their body in the United States of America? Like, what do you think out there? We want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
It ain't the United States of America. It's the NBA. It's his place of business. When you gotta go to work, hey, look, I didn't get tattoos up on my neck and on my face because, hey, when I go to work, it's a certain type of image I'm trying to portray. So this is place of business. They
But
can
you
be like,
could.
hey, we need you to cover that up.
You could have it, and they might accept you. You never know.
Yeah,
I know people.
They also got a policy at my job. I gotta wear a long sleeve shirt. I don't care. They don't care what the weather is, cause I got a tattoo on my forearm.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, so they gotta keep it covered.
Oh, so you ain't doing it for the coach at the job. You said you was rebelling. If the NBA told you.
When did I say I was going? Let's rewind. When did I say I was rebelling?
You said if the D-Hill tat for the NBA, you said, oh, we rebelling then.
And I also said I ain't paying the 82 game fine.
True.
We can rewind the footage. We just said it.
I'm just making sure.
I ain't paying the 82 game fine. I got regular money. So I ain't playing around with it. Long sleeve shirts on deck at my job.
Dig what I'm saying?
Every day. 100-degree weather.
So listen.
I ain't playing with them. I need my job.
When I go to work.
My girl is expensive.
She said no cheap shots.
Yeah,
man.
she said no cheap shots.
Go,
yeah.
All right. Doghouse this week. So look, when I go to work though, man, listen, I'm gonna be me. They can't tell me that I can't be me because I'm going to do my job. But I understand everybody's job is not like that. So like we said, let us know.
I mean, Kenny, you saying you're gonna do your job, but that's prime example why JR need to cover it up.
You're right.
He got the rebound. It was like, I thought we was up. I thought we was up. So you know what? Yeah, JR, cover that up for real.
Please cover it up.
Please. You're right. And since you brought that moment up, AJ, can I just say one thing? We need to commend LeBron James for the amount of patience or restraint that he showed in that moment, because he wanted to probably kill JR. He literally was putting his hands up probably to reach for his neck, but then he thought about it. He said, Bron, well, let's change the outcome. And he just walked away. And I think I want to applaud him for that, because Ron Artest would have killed him, man.
I ain't got that patience. I got kicked out of my direct league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got kicked out of that league. So I know for now we ain't gonna get that. We ain't gonna get that story, but I did have a head meeting with the head of the league. I'm good. I didn't get suspended. I'm still on there. We still good. Squad still the reigning champs. We out here, baby.
Hell going hell.
Regardless, baby. Yeah.
I had your energy is something different, yo.
I had a talk with our producer though. She told me, she said, you can't. She talked real soft. She said, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. You're 31.
Yeah,
Come on.
She does talk soft.
And you know my response? He'll go heal regardless, baby.
Come on,
Let's get it.
Let's get it. So
I'm gonna throw gas on it.
So real quick before we change our next narrative. Last night, opening game.
Oh man,
it was exciting.
It was.
ALDS, man. It was a heck of a game. I am so sad that the Bronx Bombers came out on the wrong side of that.
A little short.
But they had opportunity. They had multiple opportunities. Bases loaded in the 6th and 7th inning. Torres, I know you normally come up in the clutch. You let us down right there.
Brother.
That was big. And Stanton,
it's time to earn that money.
You got to do better. Like, I can't even give you the pep talk. Like, you got to do better in the clutch. We were there. Judge, he's doing his thing. Voit doing his thing. Didi, he's solid. Man, great opening game, but that loss hurt me.
I know we hype, I know we fans and everything, but the problem is that this is still a rivalry. And this is a big time rivalry. It's up there with all the all-time rivalry.
Yeah, that's up there.
So, it probably don't even matter who on deck, who pitching, it probably don't really matter.
None of that.
It's just gonna go off the feeling and the momentum, and you gotta just come with it. You gotta just come with it. And like you said, you came in Stanton. It's his first time in the postseason.
Yeah.
He got one break with me, cause you getting paid big money. You got one time with me. Now it's time to put up, shut up. It's time. It's time to earn it.
And that Torres at bat.
That hurt.
It was the count was 3-1.
He got greedy.
And man, it was a fastball right down the middle of the plate, and he watched it, and it was a strike.
Killed him.
Count went to 3-2, and I said in my head, he is going to chase this. Please don't swing. Just don't swing, because he's not going to give you, because he just gave it to you, and you watched it go by. And what did he do? Dirt ball. He chased after it. Torres, you got to be more disciplined than that. You better than that. And I know we're going to rally, fellas. We're going to take care of this, hopefully in 5. You know?
The energy.
It's tough, man. It's tough. Like, when you at the plate in a pressure situation and you got a full count, the thing about it is, like with baseball, it's such margin for error.
Yeah.
Like the strike zone is not set. So you sometimes, like when you're in a position like that, you're going to have to chase. Like, he wasn't expecting something to be right down the plate. And sometimes that'll freeze you. Like, sometimes you'll get a perfect pitch. It's like...
Yeah. Because that's what happened to him.
You got a split second to really react. And you just see something and just look too good. You're just waiting for it to fall off the table. And you're just like, I missed it.
Yeah, and he knew it. And that's what really messed his psyche up.
Yeah. And so, like, but when you're getting that 3-2 count, the worst feeling in the world is striking out looking. Like you ain't even try.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes like
bases loaded.
You start chasing.
I feel him. Yeah, I will give you that. I'd rather my guys go down swinging.
Off of that feeling though, I think it's gonna be a home series. Everybody that's gonna win at home, and then that's gonna come down to that last game. Cause I'm feeling the energy. I work primarily in New York. I head up to Boston. They going to them games. I see them in their apparel, and they ready. The energy, their energy is high. So I think like watching the game and you actually being there, that energy gonna be real different. Like I said, this is a top rivalry.
It's postseason,
man. It's gonna get ugly.
It's gonna get ugly. So, you got something here? You got something yet?
Yeah, we got something. Y'all had a chance to listen to that Carter 5?
Yeah, definitely. I had a chance. How about you, AJ?
Man, listen, I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't been able to turn this Kevin Gates off yet.
Yeah.
Cause like, I wasn't really hyped to really turn on the Carter 5. I've been hearing good things, but it just hasn't really been at the top of my list yet. Just because, like, the last few I haven't really been impressed with, and so I've heard good things. I've heard mixed reviews, and you know, sometimes like when you have like your legends, you want to have that memory of them when they was at their peak.
Go ahead.
So that's why I really ain't
Keep
really
going.
yet, because I want to remember Carter 1, Carter 2, you know, the dedication, the early dedication in Wayne.
Keep
you know,
going.
like that run he had back in the early 2000s. That's what I want. And so I ain't really too hyped. I won't say I'm too hyped to listen to it. I'm just, you know, I'm dragging my feet because I still want to win. You know, he was the best rapper alive since the best rapper retired.
Now, Cannon, what's our motto? What's our motto?
What about
Streaming? There we go.
Yeah.
Changing the narrative.
You gotta change the narrative.
And I understand everything you just said. And I think people didn't give him a chance. This is a good album. I'm not gonna say it's great. I'm not gonna say great, but this is a good album. It has replay value, and it lived up to the anticipation. And
do 500,000. Who didn't give it a chance?
Hey,
but it ain't the fact that people haven't given it a chance. It's the fact that people, they get me today with the following the narrative.
yes,
You said that you were hearing a lot of good reviews, and I'm glad to hear that you're hearing that. But what I heard on my end was just most people saying that the Carter 5 is trash. I remember when Wayne was good back when. This is what people were saying.
Mm-hmm.
And what really bothered me about when they were saying it is people were saying it maybe the day after the album came out at 9:30 in the morning. I'm like, you stayed up all night. You listened to this album 10 times last night.
just
You know, or you just listen because it's 23 tracks. I think.
It's an hour long. I know
If
that.
you listen to that one time through and you think that you can critique a musical piece or of artistic work, you're sadly mistaken. So I listened to the album several times, and at first I almost let the narrative get me. I almost let it get me, but then I was like, I got to get out of that mind frame that I want to hear Wayne from this time. Let me just listen because Wayne has grown. You know, Wayne been through a lot. Like,
yeah,
he couldn't release music over the last couple years because he was fighting for his rights as an artist, you know, and I applaud him for fighting for his rights because so many people have just gave in to Birdman and just done another album and just made Birdman more money. But he went out, he got his own, you know, he owned his stuff now, and he's put his album out to where him and his family can profit off of that. And what I think about the album, I think it's solid like Hill said. It got lots of replay value, a lot of good songs on there. And man, the few features that he had,
they showed up.
oh my goodness, man. Mona Lisa with Kendrick, the Travis Scott. Man, Wayne's verse on that Travis Scott is insane.
Yeah, and one thing he didn't do, even if he didn't have the bars like he didn't used to, he didn't mess the beat up. So bare minimum, he at least did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I'm really like proud of Wayne, because like, you know, even though I haven't listened to it, but you know, even though Birdman tried to give him the kiss of death and he persevered, like, don't lose your flow, because like that's one thing that'll really just make you fall off a cliff. Like, yeah, like as you age, you know, you may not have the, you know, the bars and the quick wit that you used to have. You may not be able to go into the studio and knock things out, you know, in one take and make it really be simple like it just used to come to you. But as long as you're able to, you know, ride the beat, keep your flow, and, you know, really still, you know, keep your listeners engaged, where it's like, nah, bro, this ain't it. Like, you got a chance.
So
go ahead.
Go ahead.
So that's good. So, like, that's why, you know, like I said, I'm not in a rush to listen to it, but
Take your time.
It's gonna hit you, but this is my curveball I got for y'all. So there's an athlete that you can compare Wayne's career to. Who would it be? I'm gonna give y'all some time. Wayne the Kobe Bryant of rap, yo.
You ain't give us no time.
I said I'm gonna give y'all time, and can I give mine? I can give mine and let y'all think. I hit y'all with a left ball. Y'all weren't ready for that. You weren't ready for that. Out of all the athletes, I said out of all the athletes, he the Kobe Bryant of rap, yo. Let that marinate. Let that marinate. Go ahead. I know you hate it. I know you hate it. I know you hate it, AJ. He hates Kobe. If you didn't know.
To me, Wayne
y'all
has.
always think I hate Kobe.
You hate Kobe.
Hate Kobe.
You hate Kobe.
Like, I respect his game. I just think he he gets placed up too high just because of the team that he played for. But you know,
what sense did that just? That is pure hate right there. You just trying to put some cologne on some boo boo.
And I didn't understand it. It
That
didn't make
was
sense
hate.
to me.
Cause that was hate. You trying to say, I ain't a hater. The number one hater response is I respect somebody. But, and once they say I respect somebody, but, here come the hate.
Man, you say Kobe, but to me, I can't.
I respect LeBron, but you know,
He'll be Kobe. He'll be Kobe because, boom, when Kobe first came about, Kobe wasn't the man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When Wayne first came out, he wasn't the man.
Mm-hmm.
He was riding on juvie. BG, he was the little guy out
He was
out
still
the
the
clique.
man to me.
I understand, but everybody seen the potential, but he wasn't the man.
He was younger, so I always thought he was better than them. He was
sold.
doing what they was doing.
He was sold. You was sold.
Yeah.
That's you. But a lot of people won't. Let's go with the masses.
Okay.
Let's go with the masses.
Okay.
Okay. Then when Shaq left,
Mm-hmm.
Kobe went on that tear.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to think about mixtape. Man.
Yeah. Dedication, squad.
You got that era right there.
Yeah.
That Kobe when Shaq first left and Kobe was just throwing up 40 every night. That's the Wayne everybody fell in love with. That's the Wayne right there. Okay, then you think about when Paul Gasol came. You know what I'm saying? That's more of a Carter 3 Wayne. You know what I'm saying? The mainstream Wayne right there. The still on top, still delivering. But now everybody know you that man, and everybody kind of viewing you kind of different. Now you think about the last years of Kobe when he used to just throw up anything, and then next thing you know, he end the game with 60. Wayne was putting up a lot of and then he would deliver every now and then, kind of like an old Kobe.
Okay.
But I like the catalog overall.
Just like you love Kobe career.
So here's my comparison for Wayne. Wayne, he's the Derek Jeter of rap. Because he's been able to have that longevity. He was so consistent for a while. Mm-hmm. He was just steady. He was always there. He would always perform when you got there. But, you know, towards the latter years, you like, all right. But, like I said, he's that legend. He put it in your mind, like, look, when it comes down to it, I'm still, you know, this person. I'm still the GOAT. And so he went like Derek Jeter, you know. I feel like Derek Jeter, he had a nice little swan song. He went out on top, but he had that longevity. He still had that career. He had that giant resume. Derek Jeter was in the major leagues my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So was Wayne. Like,
yeah.
you gotta think.
That's
you know,
true.
Like,
That's true.
He used to get dressed for school.
Early Wayne. Like, we got Wayne when he was a teenager. Like, you dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I just feel like that's my comparison, just because, like, from like Lights Out Wayne, like, think of where you was at during Lights Out Wayne.
Yeah, man.
With the straight backs and the headband.
He had some bars on Lights Out, man.
Yeah.
Dang.
Like, I still listen to Aka Ass and Midnight to this day. Like,
Come on.
I had that in my CD player walking to school with the anti-shock joint.
Mm-hmm.
Throw it in the pocket. And so,
Yeah,
those
to me,
times,
that's why I
Good
feel
times.
like Wayne's is Derek Jeter,
Oh, man,
because
we old.
like, he's been a mainstay in my life for so long.
Yeah, you're right.
I can see that because I can see when A-Rod got there and A-Rod kind of like took over.
A-Rod Drake.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Boy, we got a connection.
So, if I had to make a comparison, I would say Elway. And the reason why I would say Elway is because, like Elway, Wayne came into the game he was the number one prospect. There was no little boy doing what Wayne was doing with the Hot Boys. Like, he was expected, you know. Then he reached this pinnacle, you know, with those best rapper alive since the best rapper retired.
Yeah.
Then, after that, the legal situation. Well, before that, Young Money, the launch of Young Money, trying to become a CEO.
Still hot.
Still hot, you know. Then, the legal situation. After that, the hiatus. Elway had those dormant years where Denver was trash. Shanahan came in the end. They got back relevant. Shay Sharp, shout out to my boy Shay Sharp.
Uncle Sharp.
And they went out there and they won back-to-back Super Bowls. Just like Elway, I think Wayne's best is yet to come in his final act. Like AJ said, he been with us my entire life.
Yeah.
Like since I've been listening to music on my own.
Yeah.
Without my mom telling me that I couldn't listen to that, Wayne's been
there.
Yeah, he's been relevant. And I just want to say, take off The Block Is Hot, the Lights Out, and all the other albums. If you just put Carter 1 all the way to C5, I appreciate the catalog, Wayne. I just want to say that. I appreciate that. Good work overall. When you look at overall, throughout the years, consistency, the game has spit so many other rappers out, and to deal with what he's dealt with over the years and to still maintain that relevancy, kudos.
Hey.
I respect that.
Yeah, I like that. That was yeah, I like that. I would have never said that. I wasn't expecting that, let's say that.
You put us on the spot, man. You know?
That's what we do.
Yeah,
that's
three
what
man, we came up with, I think all three comparisons were very good comparisons, so
I want to hear from the people on this one though.
let us know.
I definitely want to hear from the people on this one though. They gonna come with something. They gonna come with something. We gonna talk about this.
The
one.
people gonna have something.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm ready for it though.
You ready?
So to kind of get back, I want to get to a topic that we kind of covered last week, but it was a big curveball that was thrown into it. Man, what y'all feel about Earl Thomas? Like, how y'all feel about him? Like, actually breaking his leg?
Did we jinx him?
I don't know, man. Like, I'm mad.
Don't put that bad energy on us. No, we ain't do that. They listening, but we ain't do that.
Dang. That hurt me, Earl, man. He was my favorite one of the LOB.
Yeah, he was.
He was the most important.
He was that back.
Him and Cam.
Yeah,
Him and Cam.
To me, I feel like you can't do nothing without Earl. Because Earl played center field for them. Earl was the one who allowed Richard Sherman to be able to take those chances.
Yes, he did. True.
Earl was the one who allowed Cam to just place, be down in the box and, beat up on the tight ends that came over the middle and really be that extra man in the box for the run. Like, Earl, he was able to, he had range where he can really go sideline to sideline. He knew how to read that quarterback.
Yeah. I agree with you.
He's the most important one.
I agree with you, but the only reason I have a little trepidation with it because when
Nice word.
Hell gonna hell.
Regardless, baby, I'm out here. Got, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here with the big words out here. Remember when Cam Chancellor held out?
Yeah.
And they was looking a little shaky? And they was like, oh, Cam Chancellor, the backbone of the defense. Everybody was praising him. Now, they could just be bigging up their guy, you know what I'm saying, shouting him out and understand. But once you start, like, giving them such a high praise, I'm gonna put you more higher than what you really supposed to then. If they doing it. So, I really can't say that Earl was the backbone of the Legion of Boom, even though he's the best one. He's the best one.
I understand because when I think of the Legion of Boom, I think of really three major pieces: Sherman and the two safeties.
Correct.
So let's say they all 1/3, But if one is missing, we're not the LOB anymore. We're having problems.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why you can say that he's the backbone is for the same reasons that AJ just pointed out. The range of the things that Earl Thomas can do on the field. So he could bang in the box just like Cam. You try to run on his side, that's stuffed.
Yeah.
And he playing center field, so he's coming from farther out. Then the range from sideline to sideline, I'm going to say it. He's the only person I've seen sideline to sideline like that. The two people, every safeties. I'm not talking about every Sean Taylor, Earl Thomas. You said somebody? Oh, and Troy. I forgot about Troy.
Yeah, Troy.
Forgive me, Steelers Nation.
Let me kind of go back to what Hill was saying. When I said Earl Thomas was the most important piece, that don't mean he had to be the backbone. Because you could be the backbone and not the most important piece. Like, Earl Thomas was the most important piece. Cam Chancellor, he could be that, he brings that energy. He's the one that's going to really, set the tone because he's the one that's the hitter.
Okay.
He lays the boom. Just like I was mentioning to y'all in the chat the other day. Vontae's perfect for the Bengals. I'm a Bengals fan. He's not the best player or the most important piece to our defense. That's Geno Atkins. But Vontaze Burfict is the backbone to our defense because he really bring that thump. He make everybody bring that energy up. He get everybody in position. He's the coach on the field, and he's a playmaker. But the most important person on our defense is Geno Atkins.
Vontaze got the skill set to be top 5 linebacker in the league. Like,
oh, absolutely.
But it's that but. Like, he keeps ruining with his. But hold on, I'm not saying nothing like that. All I'm saying is you can be the backbone and not the most important piece. I understand.
That's why I think Earl Thomas was the most important piece. But Cam, I can see where you're saying Cam's the backbone. But to me, just like with his skill set,
Earl was a Swiss Army knife.
Pro Football Focus had him as the #1 rated defensive player out of them. He didn't have no training camp. He wasn't practicing,
and he was swagging.
Bro. And most people, I don't know who y'all have, but most people have Khalil Mack as the defensive player of the year.
I mean, he's swagging too.
But
Earl was there.
Pro Football Focus, no, they go through the analytics. They break it down.
They breaking it down.
And they got him rated as the #1 for somebody that didn't have training camp, and let it be known he won't practice.
And that's skipping practices. And they still come out and swoop.
Just to kind of compare, remember when Eric Berry went out for the Chiefs when he was dealing with the cancer and everything like that? How the Chiefs defense was, they were looking to be top 5, and then with him gone, they look like a completely different team.
Yeah, still now.
It's a little bit different because like when you just had that person that you can get sideline to sideline, and your corners don't have to worry about getting necessarily beat over the top because you got someone back there that's able to cover the entire field. You can gamble a little bit more. You can go for those picks. You can try and get deflections, create turnovers. You can cheat up on the run because you have that little safety net back there. And that's why I think when you have that Ed Reed, Earl Thomas, Eric Berry type players, it heightens what your defense can be.
So are we about to play hindsight? Are we about to do hindsight of 2020 right now and say he did it wrong? Cause what are we really mad about?
I mean, he did everything that he possibly could do besides sacrificing his money.
That's why it's just unfortunate. It's football. At the end of the day, you can't plan it. He could have came to training camp, and did everything he had to do. Been a model player and did everything he had to do. Still didn't get a contract and still got hurt. Like at the end of the day, it's still football.
Practice.
Yeah, like
what I will say, the middle finger, it was justified.
Oh yeah,
justified.
I love it.
Big stand, boom, justified.
I don't even need to know the other camera angle, but that was directly towards Pete Carroll. He's like, "Bro, you didn't vouch for me. Hold this."
The owners, everybody,
straight up. You can't tell me that if I sign a 5-year, let's say I sign a long-term contract, the majority is 5 years. You can't tell me that I sign a 5-year contract, all of a sudden I get let's say I get trashed in year 2. Mm-hmm. You cut me, and all of a sudden I can't get the rest of my money. But then when they get to year 5, I outplayed my contract,
outplayed it by
clearly, and it come to paying me, you like, nah, hold up, we need you to honor your contract. Like, what's up? Like, I really don't understand that. Like, how we can play both sides.
It's the parameters, man.
And that's my thing that I was talking about with those non-guaranteed contracts.
Parameters.
Like, your money don't exist for real.
Like, the GM, he has to put a puzzle together. He has to pay 53 guys and keep it all under a hard salary cap, like AJ said. And it's not, he said that last week, it's not as easy as people think it is.
Why?
It's hard.
You let go everybody.
Russell got his money.
You should have, you won the Super Bowl when he was cheap.
I mean, what am I supposed to do?
But you let Richard Sherman go. You let Michael Bennett go.
Because we trying to...
Cliff Avrils gone. Cam Chancellor's gone. You have nobody. So what are you trying to do?
The blueprint that we used to get to the Super Bowl, we trying to run that back.
So why ain't get rid of him?
But see, my whole thing is, where they messed up is,
just because you tried, they may have tried.
You can get rid of something. If you want to get rid of somebody, you can get rid of somebody.
But I'm not going to get rid of it for just for your benefit, and I get nothing. I'd rather I get nothing, and you get nothing too.
What's wrong with the second round pick?
Nothing.
I was just about to say that. They already blew the team up. The rest of the team that, was there for the majority of the Super Bowl run is gone. Marshawn gone. Earl Thomas, he hurt. Richard Sherman,
They
Michael
blew it
Bennett,
up.
they gone.
They blew it up.
So why not trade, or like if you already in this contract dispute with Earl Thomas, get something back for him. Second round picks are valuable.
You know
like,
what? You know what ruined this whole thing?
This ain't even early. Boy, go ahead.
This whole thing was ruined because they just did not give the ball to Marshawn Lynch.
Easily. Your window closes fast in the NFL.
One play.
In sports.
One play.
Your window closes fast.
Roger Goodell, he told Pete Carroll not to give him the ball. I guarantee you.
And I'm not listening if I'm Pete Carroll. Well,
I'm not trying to hit it. I'm trying to get the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't care what Roger Goodell says. If I'm Pete Carroll in that moment, I don't care who called down, who said what. I'm going Lynch. And if I wasn't going Lynch, I'm going zone read for Lynch and Russell. I never was going to throw right there.
My mama could have called me and say, "Boy, don't you get that ball to Marshawn." I say, "Mama,
I need this.
Marshawn getting the ball. I love you, Mama. I love you."
1 yard ball,
Straight up.
1 yard balls.
Straight up. But my thing is, like I said, this was early in the game. He didn't start his contract dispute late in training camp. He said this when their season was over, when they was trash. He like, "Hey, look, y'all probably about to get rid of me because I already see the writing on the wall. Go ahead and do it, or pay me." That's all he said. If you wasn't going to pay him, you had a whole draft.
Do they have cap money?
Why don't they? Why don't they?
Can we check that?
Who?
Can we check that?
We don't have to check nothing.
Let me get on
Who they got on offense?
Bro, they don't have no offensive line.
Who they paying on offensive line? You ain't gotta check it.
We
watching right now. I don't even want him to check nothing.
I want to check it for the fans.
I don't want him to check nothing. Russell Wilson got paid. Okay, you paid Doug Baldwin. Name another receiver. You paying them?
I ain't paying.
Offensive lineman.
Lockett? Did Lockett get paid?
They just paid him. They just paid him.
Oh, they just paid him?
They just paid him.
See, people don't do smart stuff all the time, man.
Offensive line. Offensive line is compared with me, AJ, Brian, and a couple more people. They paid. Running backs ain't paid.
Their running backs is trash, and they just drafted one.
Boom.
Defensive line. What they got on defensive line?
Cause they got rid of Michael Bennett. Cliff Avery retired.
Nah, he in Detroit.
Cliff Avery retired.
He ain't there. Everybody gone, basically.
They got Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner's paid.
They only have $4 million in cap space. With all that we're saying, they
could have got some cap space if you got rid of Earl.
What the problem is, they've had the same general manager since 2010.
That's what the problem is. They ain't getting rid of him.
So, you know, they have $79 million committed to their offense, $72 million committed to their defense, $2 million or roughly $3 million committed to their special teams.
And they're paying on offense.
Who? It's Russell Wilson and Doug Baldwin.
Russell Wilson this year, he got his base salary was $15 million plus $4 million in bonus, so $21 million.
He underpaid.
Bobby Wagner's getting $10 million. Doug Baldwin's getting $8 and a quarter plus $4. So his cap hit is $13 million this year. Dwayne Brown.
Oh yeah, they traded
for him. I forgot they had him.
$14 million cap hit. Justin Britt, $11 million.
Who?
Justin Britt. Tyler Lockett, $11 million.
Who the hell is Justin Britt?
I don't know, man. That's what it says. Let's find out. Let me click on.
All I'm saying is.
But they still got some dead cap. I think they still got dead cap from Michael Bennett, maybe.
They traded him.
But I think even if you trade him, I think you have to pay him his
guaranteed money.
Something,
yeah. But they're clearly. But this is our whole point. But
I don't know who this dude is.
They're clearly on the rebuild.
He's a center.
They're clearly on the rebuild.
Justin Britt is a center.
But they're clearly on a rebuild.
Clearly.
So if you didn't plan on paying him, why didn't you get rid of him? Is our only question.
Because the GM is old, man. I just said that. He think he got the formula. It worked. It won him a Super Bowl. He's smarter than you. That's what he's saying.
Smarter than who? Smarter than who?
He ain't smarter than me.
Smarter than who? He got lucky.
I'm just saying that's what he's thinking.
He's the luckiest GM of all time.
All time.
Let me put this in perspective. So the Seahawks, they have, like, as far as cap space in the total league, they're like towards the bottom. They have the 26. Like they're ranked 26 when it comes to cap space. So they have, like you said, $5 million.
The Rams
are 32. The Rams are paying star players, and they're dead last in available cap space
because they got that quarterback that's under that contract. That's what I told like last week.
No, they paying Aaron Donald quarterback money.
But that's what I'm saying.
But he also producing, so it ain't really hurting him.
Let me tell you the teams.
When you pay somebody and they do what they do their job.
Hold on, Ken. Let me tell you the teams in between the. Hold on, wait. Matter of fact, I'm sorry, I can't read. I'm a little dyslexic. It's the Los Angeles Chargers that are last.
The Rams, what? Where are the Rams at? Because they spent some money. I knew that couldn't be true.
Yeah, I don't know who they got. Whoever they capologist is the best capologist of all time.
So, but the
the
thing about cap though, it's all about the year that it hit. So I can maneuver money. You see what I'm saying?
Most of the extensions that they got, they haven't hit yet. They haven't started yet.
Exactly. So I can maneuver money. The thing that hurts me is when I sign new players to large contracts, because most times I'm going to front load these contracts to go ahead and get that money out of the way as soon as possible. But that's, it all comes down to GM, and as we're seeing that maybe Seattle Seahawks GM is a little bit outdated, and that's the reason why maybe they could not sustain.
That's the why. I ain't mad at it. That's the why. Right there in there. Why you trade? When your window closed, you really don't know how to open it.
Yep.
And people, they fail to realize how to open it. It's over.
It's over.
But what they should have done, they should have got rid of them and completely rebuild.
They should have. They could have got them picks, like you said. They could have got players for compensation.
So now they just, the Seahawks, the prominent team that could have been. And I understand.
Meanwhile,
and I understand.
Hill still starting Russell every week.
Oh yeah. I didn't deserve that. I didn't deserve that. That was
3-man week. You said no punch cards, man. Wait. Before we do fantasy thought of the week,
I didn't deserve that.
I just want to change the narrative one quick time.
Change it back to me. I didn't deserve that. But go ahead.
I just want to change the narrative.
Fantasy this week, Hill?
One time, man. So look.
Stop talking to me.
If anybody who knows me knows I am completely against crowning people early. And especially crowning quarterbacks early. With that being said, I want to pose a question to my two brothers. I want to know, is Patrick Mahomes, is he elite? Is he a rookie sensation? Is he a product of Andy Reid? Yeah. Or is it just too early to tell? What y'all think?
Who going first? You gonna go AJ or?
Let me go first. And let me take it. I'm like I like to do. I like to take a nice scenic route to get to my point. I'm gonna hit y'all with a little Kanye right now.
Whoa.
Oh, Kanye.
Yeah, I don't have a MAGA hat on though.
Okay.
All right, don't hit us with that. Yeah. All right.
Remember Jared Goff rookie year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He had Jeff Fisher as his coach. The most average coach to ever be in the NFL
of all time. Yeah.
Of all time, he's the most average coach ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think his career winning percentage is like 51%.
If that, but go ahead.
So my thing is, when he was under Jeff Fisher, and then you look at Jared Goff when he was under Sean McVay, you get two completely different outcomes. Like when Jared Goff was under, Jeff Fisher, like he was getting called a bust his rookie year. We like, this dude's terrible. He can't complete pass. He's trash. Under Sean McVay, he looked like he top 10 pushing. Like I'm about to be
El Presidente. He looked like El Presidente out there.
Number one overall.
You know what I'm saying? And so like to me, that's what I'm saying with Patrick Mahomes. We ain't never seen Alex Smith look like he did until he got with Andy Reid. Andy Reid is very quarterback friendly. He don't necessarily ask you to get, all these, crazy, I'm going to make you read the entire field and stuff like that. What he going to do is he going to put all these little fast people around you and look, hey, I'm going to dump the ball off to you, get short to get long. I'm going to throw it to you 2 yards and you're going to use your speed to take it there. But what I can say is Patrick Mahomes is the perfect quarterback for Andy Reid because he got the talent. He got an arm. He come from that offense you like. Like, he running, like, Andy Reid, he's like, if you're a black quarterback, if you get drafted by Andy Reid, you good. Because Andy Reid, he running plays for all the black quarterbacks. He gonna make you get on the move.
Yeah,
hey,
he got that.
Jump on him.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, look, hey, you that
Donovan too.
athletic. You are an athletic human being. You have that athletic build, as they like to say, you know, for the melanated folks. And so, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like Andy Reid is the perfect offensive coordinator for Patrick Mahomes. But, like, to me, the one quarterback that I will say in my lifetime that I won't consider being a system quarterback is Peyton Manning, because I feel like Peyton Manning was the system. Like, before he went to Denver and he had Gary Kubiak as his offensive coordinator, I couldn't name you one of Peyton Manning's offensive coordinators. But to me, to really be a successful quarterback in the NFL, you have to be a system quarterback, because your system is going to put you in those right positions, and they're going to work. Like we said, what was it, episode 1, where, you know, these coaches need to get out their way.
Yeah.
I feel like Andy Reid is not in his way. He's like, look, hey, this is what you do.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you everything you do. And I'm not knocking him saying he's a system quarterback, but I think he's the real deal until he at least learns more with Andy Reid. So right now, he's a system quarterback. Oh, but he's real. He got the talent.
I like the scenic route you took, man.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah.
Very good, man. Very good.
I don't have a problem with somebody sitting behind a quality quarterback, though. Like, why do we have to get away from that old school adage that quarterbacks they automatically just got to start now? We just got to.
That takes you back to my point, episode 1 again. Remember, I said, hey, what's wrong with Sid? Like, remember I said, hey,
what's wrong with
Sid?
Sid?
Would he be the same Aaron Rodgers if he didn't sit
exactly?
Yeah.
Brady behind Drew Brees, Palmer behind Kitna. Like, it don't matter that necessarily like the quarterback you sitting behind, but yo, you gotta go before you walk. Just gotta learn, bro.
It matters who you sitting behind.
Yeah, it does.
I'm not a component of sitting behind some trash. You can't learn behind some trash.
Sam Bradford.
Yeah.
You need to get Josh need to get out there.
That was you brought up John Kitna with Carson Palmer. That was still the old NFL way.
And Kitna wasn't completely trash, bro. He was a decent quarterback. You could learn some stuff from a decent quarterback. I'm not talking about the old Kitna when he went to the Cowboys. I'm talking about the Bengals.
Oh, okay. Because I know some Kitna.
He was doing some work.
I know some Kitna.
I know some Kitna too, man. He was doing some work at one point.
So if we're going to take it there, why did they even start Nathan Peterman? Like, yo, Nathan Peterman trash.
Josh Allen,
because
that's what I'm saying.
What have we been saying, bro, about
these coaches? Episode 1.
Episode 1, we laid the blueprint.
Stay in your own way.
Well, look, I'm gonna tell you what I think about Mahomes.
Okay.
Man, that's what made me think about that question. I've been thinking about it all week. I've been trying to figure out myself, what is he? Like, is he elite? Is he just Andy Reid? Is he just a flash in the pan? Because, you know, we've seen rookies come in and be hot before, and then we haven't seen them again. Or is it just too early? But what I really think, he's elite. I'm not going to say he's the best quarterback. I'm saying he's elite, and this is why I'm saying it. Last week, you're getting sacked. They grab you by your right hand. You put the ball in your left. You complete the pass. That's elite. I don't care where you play quarterback at. Little league, high school. You complete passes with your offhand. You elite, bro. And when you do that against some of the best players in the world, the best defenders, all going for these strip fumbles, since you can't even touch the quarterback anymore, you elite. Case closed.
My whole thing is, like I said, how I judge you when these premature, like, crowning of the quarterback.
And you know I don't do that.
Yeah. I judge you on how you deal with adversity. And like you said, Monday night, that was adversity.
Yes, it was.
When you was losing primarily the majority of the game, and it got down to the fourth quarter when it's time for the ball in your hand, and it's time for you to step up, he stepped up.
Stepped up big time.
Now,
I've been looking for that in QB.
And that's what I'm saying. That let me show us he's real. I'm not ready to crown him and say, oh, he's about to be the next such and such and such and such. Because he got the Jaguars this week.
And we really gonna see.
And that's what we're gonna see.
We really gonna see.
We finna see for real if he about that. Because Them boys is real.
I think he bought that.
That's why I take him out my lineup.
We gonna see.
You smart.
You go out there, you light up Jags. I'm coming up here. I'm sold. I'm sold. You the best ever. I ain't saying you the best ever.
No excuse when you play the Saints.
Feel what I'm saying? You go out there,
100%.
hey, you go out there and beat the Jags. That's the same energy I'm giving. When you go out there and you beat the Jags, you legit. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh man,
that's how. Like I said, but like when you deal with adversity, that's how I rank you. And same thing with Jared Goff. Like I said, he went to the playoffs last year. First time in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Throw that under the bridge. We're going to see how you do this year. That's when we're really going to see if you're going to move into that elite level. Mm-hmm. Right now, you looking legit. Like, you looking legit.
Stupid legit.
You know who's not looking legit?
Who?
Andrew Luck. He got an excuse.
No, that's no excuse. I'm not making excuses because there was no excuses for RG3 with his injuries.
It was plenty. It was definitely not an excuse right then and there.
They was just expecting him to just do it. And so, no excuse for you, Luck. You throwing the ball 60 times a game?
60?
Hold on.
Close to it. I mean, I took it a little too far.
No, he been throwing 60. The 60 I won't question him. Throwing 60, bro. But we supposed to believe your arm hurt. Your arm hurt, but you throwing the ball 60 times. Go ahead.
So there's another quarterback in the NFL who I've always compared Andrew Luck to. I want to see if you remember who that person is.
Nah, not right.
Tim? Is Tim his first name?
Nope. The quarterback that I always compare Andrew Luck to in the current NFL right now is Andy Dalton.
Ooh.
I've said like for the last 3 years I've been comparing Andrew
Luck
to Andy Dalton.
I remember this.
Because their career numbers are very, very similar. Andrew Luck had 1 year where he really broke out and he had that I think it was like a 40 touchdown year or something like that, where it was something crazy. But as far as completion percentage, yards per attempt, interceptions, all of that.
I think that's an insult to Andy Dalton at this point. And this season, what he's doing right now.
No, I'm not talking about season. I'm talking about careers.
I'm talking about it too. Like, what has Luck done in his career?
Well, Luck has been to the AFC Championship. That's what everybody's banking on. That's the big joker when you come to
the team. He ain't just get them there on his own.
Why he didn't? They never had a defense in Indy.
Right, but they had a legit offense that year.
Who was the quarterback?
Andrew Luck. I'm not saying that he didn't have a valid part in it. He took part in it. But what I'm saying is, Andy Dalton has been consistent. He's been on the field. He's been available. So I already, just off health-wise and being available for my team, I'm going to give you a little bit more. And he's been dealing with, playing under Marvin Williams, who been that coach that we've been saying who ain't been getting out the way.
Marvin Lewis.
Yeah, my fault. I apologize. My bad. Marvin Lewis. Thank you, Hill. But yeah, his coach ain't been getting out the way.
They would have won that playoff game if he didn't hurt his thumb that year.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm just saying.
AJ McCarron. AJ McCarron couldn't even beat out Josh Allen or
Nathan Peterman.
So, I know we would have beat them that year.
Yeah.
But don't get me started.
But look, with that being said,
that's a premature crowning though. Like we gotta really back. Andrew Luck is average.
He is. And
100%.
When you supposed to be the next coming to John Elway.
And that draft class is now Kirk Cousins and Russell. Well, Russell looking bad. He looking bad this year.
I feel bad for Russell Wilson.
Kirk standing alone, man. Yeah, I feel bad for him. But with that being said, fantasy thoughts of the week. That's what everybody want to know. Who are you putting in your lineup? Who you sitting? What y'all got? Who y'all got?
Patrick Mahomes.
You sitting him?
Yep.
Because of the Jags?
Because he's going to get the Jags.
Okay, you bold with it. Well, I'm gonna tell you.
Because all right, let's bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
The fantasy thought criteria is for the majority of the people that's going to have somebody in their lineup.
And people gonna have Patrick Mahomes in their lineup.
Because I know y'all want to come. We want to have Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
I know I got Russell Wilson in 2 of my leagues, and he ain't.
Just keep playing him.
Y'all gotta pray for my fantasy teams. I'm trying, but yeah. But like I said, you know the criteria for fantasy thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And majority of the people are going to have Patrick Mahomes. He's been lighting it up.
I think he's going to light it up again.
So, he's my thought of the week. If I'm wrong, I have no problem saying I've been wrong.
Okay.
Like I just said, I'm ready to praise him if he light up the Jags.
Okay.
I have no issues being wrong.
So we shall see.
I'm here. Y'all know where to find me.
I'm going with Robbie Anderson.
Wow. First of all, I just told you. I just told you the criteria of fantasy thought of the week.
People
He
still
should
got
be on the waiver wire.
No. People still got him. People still got him because if you don't have stud wide receivers, who are you going to have?
Not Robbie Anderson.
You're going to have somebody. And somebody believed in him and somebody been being humble and starting him. And not just somebody, lots of people been doing it.
Robbie Anderson don't even have Robbie Anderson on his own team.
Look, don't start Robbie
Anderson.
Believe in himself. I got one for them that's going to fit Hill's criteria a little bit better. OBJ. Don't start him. Eli can't get him the ball for some reason. He don't have enough time. Lean, you're not going to like this. I'm sorry. He ain't got enough time. Saquon and Sterling Sharp have emerged as the playmakers, and Ebron, sorry, don't start OBJ.
Ooh, now that's the thing. Who they playing this week?
Don't even matter to me.
It don't even matter to me. That's what he said. But he been hold on.
He's struggling to get OBJ the ball. When OBJ gets it, he's still doing his thing. In no way am I questioning his ability.
No, that's not
what I am questioning is the ability for Eli to spread it around. Right now, he looking like a check down QB, which is why Saquon's seeing a lot of touches.
Why are we not questioning Pat Shermer?
Because I'm pretty sure Pat Shermer's calling good plays. Have you seen Eli, man? You know he go in there, man, and he calls that audible at the line.
Yeah, we seen Eli.
He calls that audible at the line that his brother taught him, and he goes to it every time. He gets out of that play call a lot of times.
We seen week one. Everybody
know how to learn.
Everybody watched that week one matchup between Odell and Jalen Ramsey.
He learned from his brother.
Everybody watched that week one matchup between Odell and Jalen Ramsey. They scheme. All right. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. They schemed Odell open so many times.
Yeah, they did. And I was hopeful.
Where's that game plan been?
Eli.
No, I said they schemed. He caught 10. He caught 10 passes for 10 yards to catch.
The key word that I said. Audible. Watch for him to come up to the line and do the check for me.
You missed what I said. I said they schemed. These were play calls to scheme Odell. Why?
Just watch the game.
We watching it.
Just watch it this week.
And I'm watching a whole lot of Odell swinging in the backfield being a decoy. Why is Odell decoy every week?
Because they double cover him.
No.
And if they're going to double cover him, take him and his two defenders out the way.
First and foremost.
But even still.
Let me rebuttal that. If you double cover Odell, you can still scheme him open. They've been like, if you look at,
I'm not saying that you can't.
Receivers, like some teams, they'll scheme their receivers open. Like,
good.
Just off a person, I'm gonna bring it back to my team just because I've watched them more closely than anybody else. We've been putting AJ Green in the slot all the time. Like, he's still getting like open. Like, that's where out of
thank God.
I think he has 5 touchdowns.
Thank
4
God.
come from the slot.
Thank you, AJ Green. It's been a great year.
Huh?
It's been a great year from AJ Green. I've been very pleased.
He's still on his fantasy gloating.
I love it. Well, since we're doing that, so we can wrap it up because it's 3:50 and Florida State just got the ball.
Upset
my
alert.
out of the week is Deshaun Watson.
Thank you.
Deshaun Watson, and you know what? It's not even Deshaun Watson's fault.
It's definitely Bill O'Brien's fault.
You suck with quarterbacks, bro.
Suck.
You suck with quarterbacks. Give it up.
Suck.
Go home.
Go home.
And I'm going to tell you this. Willie Taggart, if you beat Miami, I will apologize to you next week for what I said, episode 2.
Get ready to apologize.
Oh, yeah. Get ready.
Beat Miami. I don't care. I can apologize.
Ain't nothing wrong with apologizing.
Yeah.
Hey,
and with that said, let us know, man.
Florida State.
Subscribe, comment, like. Hit us up personal via text, whatever. Email, it don't matter. IG, 3manweave_.
Mm-hmm.
This is episode 4. And we moving on. Let's get it. Holla back.